Hi. Okay, so this is super weird, but super exciting. So, welcome to my first ever Yoga with Colleen workshop online. So today we are talking about the solar plexus chakra. So you should have an attachment in a PDF format that looks like this, and we will discuss what this all means today. So I just want to give a couple quick things here. So first and foremost is this will likely be a little bit shorter than if we were doing it together in person, because of course there's no kind of back and forth conversation that's happening. And then there will also be hopefully it'll all come through well is kind of what I'm meaning. So anyways, let's get started. So solar plexus chakra. So Manipura is what that means in Sanskrit. That is the pronunciation for solar plexus chakra in Sanskrit. It is the combination of two words. So Mani means jewel, and Pura means place or city. The solar plexus chakra is often referred to as the city of jewels or the seat of gems, and it is of the element of fire. So solar plexus chakra is really where we've all been told before, solar plexus. We kind of talked about this last class about how it's not an anatomical term, but basically it's like right under your breast in your solar plexus region. So this is where your solar plexus chakra lies. Of course, as we discussed before, though, it's kind of further back and into your spine. And so the city of jewels or the seat of gems. So it's said that the solar plexus chakra is basically the avenue to the self, or the true path to the true self. And so in Hindu legend and Hindu epic stories and mythological tales, there is a book called the Bhagavad Gita. You've likely heard me read about it, or if you've read my blog, you've probably heard me or read me talk about it. It's probably one of my favorite books ever of all time, let alone one of my favorite forms of philosophy and religious text, as well as it's just poetic. It's beautiful. So the Bhagavad Gita is a Hindu epic that comes out of a larger Hindu epic called the Mahabharata, which is a very long story. And basically the story is about two families that are kind of at war with one another, if you will. And our hero, Arjuna, depending on what area you're from, but Arjun is riding into the battlefield, and he's about to fight a huge part of his family, and he's very concerned about having to potentially kill family members. And so what happens is he stops his chariot to kind of ponder what he's about to do, and he turns to his charioteer and he says, what do I do here? I know that I need to fight this fight in order to stand up for what I believe in and what all of my people need. But I know that I'm also going to be killing and murdering innocent people that are even a part of my family. And magically his charioteer turns into Krishna, who is one of the Hindu deities. So the point of me telling you this is that throughout that process, Krishna and Arjun have a conversation about how he can let go of or detach from his concern about this war, this battle. And so what Krishna preaches to Arjun is about finding the true self. And it can also be connected to soul, is another way of kind of translating that into a way that we can understand in the Western world and in English. But the Sanskrit word for it is Atman. And really, that's what the solar plexus is really holding for you and allowing you to potentially access is Atman, the true self, your real being inside of you, once you peel away all of the layers of ego and attachment and things like that. So, Atman. Again, the book is called the Bhagavad Gita. That's spelled Bhagavad, Bhagavad, and the next word is Gita, Gita. It's just really a short little book. My recommendation would be to read the version by Eknath Easwaran, Eknath, and Easwaran, I believe, is Easwaran. That's the best translation, in my opinion. I've read about 4 different translations of it. Anyways, that will talk about Atman and the self, but as it relates to the solar plexus chakra, it doesn't talk about that because they didn't talk about chakras in ancient India. This is something that's like been kind of converted to modern day in order for us to help our energy systems. Anyways, so back to the solar plexus chakra. So it's the 3rd chakra in our energy system. It contains qualities of clarity, self-confidence, bliss, self-assurance, knowledge, wisdom, and the ability to make correct decisions. It's the power center of human beings, which seeks pleasure. It's the place inside of us that seeks pleasure, enjoyment, and again, which defines the real you, the real self, the Atman, the soul. Being confident, knowing one's real emotional strength, being responsible and reliable, having willpower. The solar plexus is responsible for all of these things. And the solar plexus chakra conveys a powerful message. It says you have the power to choose. You have the ability to choose. You can either choose to realize the purpose of your life, the point of your life, or you can continue to dwell on and act out your past experiences as well as your past karma. So we talked about that in one of our previous classes about how karma is really action that keeps drawing you back to rebirth and redeath. And so you can continue to live out your karmas from your past life experiences and continue to be attached to that wheel of death and rebirth, the wheel of samsara, or you can try and realize your true path, your true calling, what is known as Dharma in Hinduism, the path that you are meant to walk. So the solar plexus and accessing the solar plexus or unblocking the solar plexus can really help you to realize that path and find that Dharma and walk that truth. It's represented by a golden lotus with 10 petals, like this on the front of your booklet, arranged around a circle with an upward facing triangle in its center. So the upward facing triangle is really meant to kind of represent fire. The element of fire is what is part of the solar plexus chakra. So that upward facing triangle is really just kind of meant to symbolize fire. It is responsible, this chakra is responsible for the function of the large intestine, stomach, pancreas, lungs, adrenal glands, and digestive system, among a handful of other things. So again, the location is just right below really your breastbone, right in the center where your solar plexus is. It's the upper part of the upper part of the belly where your diaphragm rests upon. So signs and symptoms that your solar plexus chakra is blocked: constipation, IBS problems, binge eating, over or underweight issues. So just being of an unhealthy weight in general, too much, too little. Increasing levels of addiction, stomach ulcers, acid reflux, anything that can be associated, with those digestive issues. And then mental, emotional issues related to self-esteem, self-confidence, self-worth. And then other regular kind of ailments of the physical nature would be pancreatitis, gallstones, even hepatitis, because it's part of your digestive system, your liver, right? Signs and symptoms that your solar plexus chakra is strong. So you clearly know who you are, your Atman, yourself. You have a great sense of self. You have healthy self-esteem. You are effective at getting what you want in in a healthy and ethical way, of course, not in a selfish and malicious way, but actually achieving goals in a concrete and healthy way. And you have great physical and mental energy. Leaders or leadership qualities, people with strong, unblocked solar plexus chakra tend to be natural leaders and have good, kind of management style leadership qualities. They tend to have balanced relationships where both parties in the relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, friendship, work, etc., the relationship dynamic is balanced. There is no dominant partner to some great extent. If the solar plexus chakra is balanced, of course, if that's balanced in both people is ideal. But if you still have a balanced solar plexus chakra, you will be less attached or codependent on those relationships in your life that are important. What affects our solar plexus chakra? So, self-esteem and confidence issues. So, if there's been something or repetitive things in your life that affect your self-esteem or your confidence, mental, emotional abuse, things like that, then your solar plexus chakra can be blocked. And feeling safe to be ourselves is really important for our solar plexus chakra. So if you live or work in, or your social circle is highly critical, that can definitely block your solar plexus chakra. And actually read something quite interesting recently about solar plexus and the modern world, and that a lot of people suffer from a blocked solar plexus chakra because of things like social media nowadays, like presenting your best self and living your best life and things like that, right? So that can help, I shouldn't say help, that can contribute to self-confidence issues, that if you're comparing yourself and your worth to those beautiful personas that you see on Facebook and Instagram, etc., you might have a negative reflection of self. But remember, everybody just posts their best self online. Not everybody, well, most people are not what they post online, right? So, anyways, I just read that a lot of people have a unbalanced or are blocked solar plexus chakra because of these symptoms of modern day media and the modern day world. So, so you need to feel safe to be yourself and then accepted by those around you, right? I'm not being constantly criticized by those around you. So the color for the solar plexus chakra is yellow. And some healing exercises that can be associated with healing the solar plexus chakra. Fire, because it's of the fire element. So that's as simple as lighting candles, like I have. Oh, wrong way. There's a candle. Lighting candles, many candles, being around fire and heat creating elements, so real fire, wood burning fire, but even around flame in general. So if that means a gas burning fireplace, then so be it. And in an ideal situation, you would be maybe like outside in the warmth of the day with the sun shining down on your face and creating that warm kind of burning sensation on your skin. Wear sunscreen. But also have a fire going. So I've been outdoors in many occasions where I have a fire going and it's daytime. So those are really good ways of unblocking your solar plexus chakra and just soothing it in general. Even if it's not blocked, it's nice to satiate it or soothe it and offer it some care, right? Walk outside in the daytime in the sun, let the burning fire like warmth of the sun beat down on your skin and your body. Sit in a sauna. I have heard specifically infrared sauna that dry heat is better for solar plexus chakra than wet heat. So things like hot yoga, but again, infrared hot. So if you're into hot yoga, you could look at oxygen is infrared hot. And healing foods for solar plexus is yellow foods like corn, sweet potato, yellow golden apples, lemons, ginger, lentils, bananas, etc. And yellow spices like turmeric, mustard seed, cumin, ginger, etc. So all of those things, if you include those in your diet, can help unblock your solar plexus chakra. Healing crystals. So again, yellow crystals. I seem to have forgotten them, but I had some tiger's eye somewhere. I don't know what I've done with it now, but tiger's eye, yellow jasper, sunstone, amber, citrine, yellow topaz, yellow crystals in general. And you can actually physically, we didn't talk about this in our previous chakra classes, but you can actually physically place these crystals on your chakra centers. So, for example, if you're laying in meditation, which we'll get to later because laying down is one of our yoga postures to help this chakra. But if you're laying in meditation, please make sure that you stay awake because sleeping is not really the type of meditation we're going for. But if you're laying in meditation, you can place the crystals on those chakra centers, right? So you can lay a piece of tiger's eye or citrine or amber or all of those crystals on your solar plexus chakra. So that's a whole other kind of course content about crystal healing and Reiki and things like that. But you can actually put those crystals on your chakra centers. So, for example, root chakra, we talked about red jasper, for example. You can place that right on top of your pubic bone, or when laying on your back, you could place it right underneath your sacrum. So those are all very helpful crystals for healing, and they create healing energy. Okay, mudras and hand gestures. So mudras, again, are ways that we hold our hands while meditating. So Vajra mudra is the best form of mudra to help unlock or nourish your solar plexus chakra. And Vajra means diamond, so which is very fitting given that it is the seat of jewels, right? The palace, the place where all of the jewels of the self are held. So, of course, it kind of makes sense to me, anyways, that the mudra we would use is symbolistic of another gem, if you will, a diamond. So, Vajra means diamond. So in this mudra, we form a diamond shape with our fingers and our hands. It directs breath energy down toward the solar plexus chakra, and it helps us to awake our inner diamond, or our self, our energy, our vitality, our Atman. So this mudra enhances empowerment, determination, and clarity. It supports the unfolding of our unique talents and possibilities. It also enhances the movement of the diaphragm. So, up and down is the movement of the diaphragm that happens when we inhale, exhale. It creates a massaging effect that helps to support our digestive system, increases circulation to the area of the mid back, the kidneys, the adrenal glands. And all of the kind of other things that we talked about earlier, like large intestine, etc. So again, a lot of this information that I find regarding mudras is from this book. It's called Mudras, and it's wonderful and beautiful, and I love it. And it is by Joseph and Lillian LePage. So this is where I get a lot of my information about mudras from, and I just kind of want to pay homage to those teachers. But yeah, so the way that we hold our hands for this mudra is so touch your two fingertips together and two fingertips, thumb and index finger together. And now we want to be touching them together. And with the middle fingers are going to touch and create a diamond-like shape. And then bring your inner your ring and pinky finger down. So it looks opposite to you because I am facing you, but inside you will see the diamond a little bit more clearly because your pinky and ring finger won't be in the way. But I'll show you the picture of it in the mudra book. So this is what it looks like. And so holding that mudra and directing breath toward your solar plexus chakra will be the best form of hand gesture in order to help unblock your solar plexus or serve energy to it, etc. As always with mudra, make sure that you have relaxed jaw, long, tall spine, sit up straight, no slouching. And Relax your shoulders down away from your ears, etc. So we'll practice this mudra now when we use our mantra for this for this chakra. So the bija sound for this mantra. So again, remember that there's all these sounds that come along that are vibration sounds, just like Om is that sound. And so then we talked about those sounds in our past chakra classes. And so for the third chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the bija sound is Ram, Ram, Ram. So what I will ask you to do is I'm going to count with my mala string for us 108 times. So close your eyes and find a comfortable seat. Ideally, stay seated. As always, please be in a seat that's comfortable for you. You don't have to sit cross-legged like a yogi does. If you want to lean up against a wall or sit on a pillow or have your legs out in front of you or sitting up onto your heels, whatever is comfortable for you. So we'll do 108 rounds of this. So please close your eyes and take, if you have to open your eyes to look at this again, then do so. But take the mudra that we just said. So index finger and thumb together, tips touching, middle fingers together to create your diamond, and then bring your ring and pinky finger down. So please hold this mudra. Ideally, you will hold it right in front of your solar plexus and send breath towards your solar plexus as I chant this mantra for you. So take a nice deep inhale breath and a long, deep exhale. Ram, 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 ram. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You can open your eyes. And as always, please take a moment to journal about your experience. What did you like? What didn't you like? What did you feel? What did you see? Just write about your experience. If you'd like to journal longer, you can pause the video and take the time that you need or desire to journal longer. And again, we'll use another mantra, which again is in your little booklet. So this is a mantra that really actually serves Shiva. And so Shiva is considered the auspicious one, as are many different Hindu gods and deities. Shiva is also known as the destroyer, meaning there's lots of things that means, but he can destroy the ego, which could be holding you back from your true self, finding Atman. He's also the destroyer of time, essentially. There are different kind of periods of time. It's a little bit hard to explain without drawing a picture, but there are different periods of time in Hinduism. They're called yugas, and we're currently in what's called the Kali Yuga, and they spread across like thousands to millions to hundreds of millions to billions of years. But Shiva is the destroyer of those kind of pieces of time in the universe. But in regard to solar plexus chakra, I'd say you can think about Shiva with his devices and he's got like this really cool, I don't even know what it's called, a knife. It's not a knife. It's like a circular looking sword. Anyways, I'm forgetting what it's called. But think about him kind of like slicing through and destroying the ego with that. There's many different forms of Shiva, but when I imagine him as the destroyer, I imagine him in what's called the Shankara form. Shankara form is where he's sitting in kind of meditation. He's very like strong looking, and he's got his warrior stuff with him that he's going to use to destroy time and ego and all sorts of things and attachments. So that's the way that I would personally imagine Shiva if I was meditating on Shiva in order to help with my solar plexus chakra. So this time I'm going to use our little insight timer app that we love and time this one. So we'll just do this for a short one. I'll just do 3 minutes for this one. But I'm going to sing you a Shiva prayer. This can easily be done as call and response. I've heard it done as a form of kirtan using a harmonium before. And that's where I get the tune of this from. It's not like an official mantra tune for this mantra, but it is a beautiful tune. So that's how I'll sing it to you, and we'll do it for 3 minutes. But before we get started, I'll tell you what it is called, or what it says. It says Om Namah Shivaya. So in your booklet, you should see that Om Namah Shivaya. And it means salutations to the auspicious one. So in this meditation, I'd like to ask you to, if you'd like to still hold the same mudra, you can do so. and or not, whatever's comfortable for you, because I know holding mudra can be hard on shoulders. But hold the mudra if you'd like to. Otherwise, I would suggest that you maybe place your hands on top of each other, on top of your solar plexus. Or, as always, the other optional mudras are things like hands at heart center to seal the energy, hands or fists, palms down on your thighs or knees, etc., to encourage grounding. Or you can have your palms open towards the sky to receive energy. So, because we're not together, we obviously won't do this call and repeat, but I'll sing it for you. So, again, close your eyes and I'll start our timer. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Shivaya. Om Namah 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 Shivaya. Shivaya Shivaya. Om Namah 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 Shivaya. Shivaya Shivaya. Om Namah 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 Shivaya. Shivaya Shivaya. Om Namah 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 Shivaya. Shivaya Shivaya. Om Namah 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 Shivaya. Shivaya Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So you can open your eyes gently, come back to the room and the space. Thanks for listening to me sing. And again, take a few minutes to journal about what you felt, what you experienced, what you heard, what you saw, and anything else that suits you, what you liked, what you didn't like. So take a few minutes to do that. I just realized this looks like beer. It's actually this wonderful Ayurvedic tea that I've been concocted by an Ayurvedic doctor in Rishikesh named Dr. Harsh. Anyways, it's this really gross tea that's got like turmeric and stuff in it, and it has this weird film, and I had to soak it in water for a while. Anyways, back to your journaling. Okay, again, if you'd like to continue journaling, please pause and continue to do that now. And let's talk about sankalpa, or affirmation. So again, sankalpa is something that you create for yourself. It is an intention that you create for yourself to cultivate a certain feeling within. And unlike mantra, that is something that is prescribed by a guru or a monk or a priest or a Brahmin, sankalpa is something you make up for yourself. And it can be in any language. So sankalpa just means like positive self-affirmation created by self. So some of the mantras, as I just say, don't say mantra, sankalpa that you can use, or affirmations that you can use, are just basically affirmations of creating self-worth and feeling confident and creating a good level of self-esteem. And again, when we talk about sankalpa and affirmation, I'm not asking you to pick something that you already feel or already believe. That's not really the point. Affirmation is more about what you want, or where you want to be, or how you want to feel. So choose an affirmation or sankalpa that services where you want to go in regard to yourself and servicing your solar plexus chakra. So in your booklet again, you'll see that some of the affirmations that I've suggested are: I am worthy, I am confident, I am powerful, I release judgment. So that can be releasing judgment of yourself or judgment of others, because we talked earlier about feeling accepted in like your circle, your family, your friends, your relationships, and how that can affect your solar plexus chakra. So you can't very well balance or heal your solar plexus chakra in and looking for acceptance from others, and a healthy form of criticism from others, and not feeling judgment from others, and then turn around and do the same thing, right? So as is many practices in yoga and in life, it's about practice what you preach, right? So that's why I say release judgment can be in regard to yourself. So you can say, I release judgment of myself, or you could say, I release judgment of others. So whatever feels appropriate to you. For me, most of the time, it's about releasing judgment of myself. I'm hard on myself about a lot of things. But maybe you're overly judgmental of other people, and that feels toxic to you. So maybe you want to say, I release judgment of others. Another few options are: I embody confidence, or I embody inner peace, or you can combine those together: I embody confidence and inner peace. And then a little bit of a longer one that I liked was: I am positively empowered and successful in all of my ventures. So choose one of those, or none of those. Make up one for yourself, like I am worthy of confidence, I'm worthy of self-esteem, I am worthy of inner peace, I'm worthy of power. There are so many different things that you can choose. I am worthy is something that I have worked with on multiple occasions in my past, and I found it very beneficial to just say, generalize I am worthy versus I am worthy of something specific, because you are worthy. We're all worthy just the way we are. I just posted something about this on Facebook today. One of my teachers, my mentor, Lauren, posted this really awesome post about You're worthy of that piece of chocolate. You're worthy of that glass of wine. You're worthy of whatever indulgence, a nap, whatever. You're worthy of those things without having to do something for it first. So if you want to eat a bunch of chocolate today on Valentine's Day, you're already worthy of that. You don't need to work hard at the gym for an hour or bust ass in the yoga studio or whatever to be allowed to indulge in those things, right? Um, you are already worthy. And I talked about that in my email newsletter and blog post of January that no resolution is going to make you worthy of love, whether that be others' love or self love. You are already worthy of that just the way that you are. And accepting that will be a very beneficial healing aspect to your solar plexus chakra. So, as I just told you to pick your own affirmation and then kind of put a bit of a bias on I am worthy. But, anyways, that's just an example of how it's benefited me in the past. So, pick your affirmation and we will work with that in a meditative position again. I won't sing for you or anything this time, it'll just be silent meditation. My suggestion would be I'm only going to probably be silent for about a minute or so, just given that this is a pre-recorded video. My suggestion would be is set yourself a timer of some sort and maybe even challenge yourself now that, take this as an advantage that we don't have the ability to be together tonight and instead elongate the practice in a way that feels good to you. If you want to listen to me sing Om Namah Shivaya over and over and over again, then just like keep press and repeat on a loop or something, right? If you want to take a longer period of time to meditate with this sankalpa or this affirmation, then pause me, put on your insight timer or whatever other timer feels good to you, or put on a really long song that you want to meditate to, or that bija mantra track that I told you about, Todd Norian. Maybe lay down with that 20-minute bija mantra and repeat to yourself, I am worthy or I am confident or whatever it may be. Take advantage of that we're not limited in time because of the fact that we're not together. Positive spin there, huh? So yeah, I will encourage you to start that now. So as usual, find a comfortable seat. If you're choosing to have a longer meditation for this, get comfortable. If you have, unfortunately, you don't have the benefit of my yoga props, but if you have something similar, like set yourself up with a bunch of pillows so that you're reclined but still upright. And again, if you want to, at this point, if you have any like yellow crystals, tiger eye, citrine, etc., put those on your solar plexus, or hold your mudra right over top of, or rest it on your solar plexus, or rest your hands on your solar plexus. Find your affirmation. Close your eyes. Get comfortable. Feel grounded. Connect to yourself. Connect to the earth, the ground, or the props, or the furniture that's supporting you. Connect to your breath. Notice the sensations in your body. And find comfort before you settle into this meditation. Take a nice, deep, long inhale and a slow, slightly audible exhale. And begin your meditation. If you'd like to continue, you can pause me and continue for as long as you'd like. Otherwise, we'll move on to the guided meditation portion. So normally I give you two different forms of guided meditation in this practice, but I actually found this really awesome one on the Insight Timer that I'm going to encourage you to use. But what we'll do is go through the yellow light meditation. So if you're still in your same position as you were for your Sankalpa meditation or your affirmation, you can stay there and stay settled. Connect again to your breath. Forget about what it took to get you here, where you have to be after this. Simply allow yourself to settle and connect. Notice the patterns of your thoughts. No judgment, no attachment. View them just like a cloud floating by your vision in the sky and floating out. And begin to connect to you in this moment. Notice the places in your body that move when you breathe. How your body expands and grows on your in-breath. Retracts and draws in on your out-breath. Notice the pause at the top of your inhale and the space at the bottom of your exhale. Notice the sensations that are occurring in your body. Perhaps you're feeling cold. Perhaps you're feeling heat. And also notice that there can be places within your body that feel both very warm, maybe even hot, and simultaneously other places in your body that can be cold, maybe even freezing cold. Notice areas of ease in your body. And also notice areas of tension. And again, the fact that you can have both of those things present in your body at the same time. Focus on the places of ease. Bring attention to where you feel good and relaxed in your body. And with your breath, try and spread that ease to the places that you feel tension. Feel yourself in your body. Notice your breath begin to slow down. Notice the gentle sensation of your body letting go and relaxing. And notice any feelings or any emotions that you're experiencing in this moment. Again, without attachment, without judgment, just noticing, just viewing. And now begin to connect with your solar plexus chakra. Again, bring your hands over top of your solar plexus, either in the mudra that we discussed earlier, the Vajra mudra, diamond. Have your palms facing in toward your solar plexus for a grounding sensation. Or again, out towards the sky to invite in energy. Imagine that your solar plexus area is a ball of light, yellow, glowing light. Imagine that it's swirling in a circle, slowly spreading its yellow mist right over top of your solar plexus. With each breath, imagine yellow light entering your body. With each breath you take in, yellow light enters through your body down into your solar plexus, adding to that swirling yellow circle. With each breath, imagine that yellow light entering your body, going straight to this area, making it glow even brighter. And imagine that as your solar plexus begins to radiate with this beautiful yellow light, that your confidence, your self-esteem, and your personal power is becoming stronger. Now, imagine the yellow light from your solar plexus begins to spread in very small increments throughout your body. Imagine that this yellow swirling mist starts to spread outward toward your rib cage, out to the sides of your body, your obliques, around your back body, your mid back. Imagine now that you're being hugged in your midline, your abdomen, your solar plexus by this yellow, swirling, misty, beautiful, powerful, confident light. And now begin to imagine that this light starts to spread downward, travel down your body, toward your navel, toward your hips, over your buttocks, over your pelvic area, upper thighs, your knees, your shins, calves, ankles, the tops of the feet, bottoms of the feet, your toes. Now the yellow light is enveloping your whole lower half of your body, swirling around and around your front and back body, all the way from your solar plexus down to your toes. Continue to breathe in that yellow light. Continue to make it glow even brighter, more confident, more powerful, more willful. Begin to notice now that the light starts to spread up your body, up from your solar plexus, over your breast, over your breastbone, all the way up your chest, past your heart center, towards your throat. Imagine it circling down around your arms and your shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, your wrists, tops of your hands, palms of your hands, your thumb and all four fingers. Light continues to swirl around your front and back body, bringing peace and a recognition of the self. It begins to travel further up your body, up over your shoulders, past your neck, past your throat, slowly creeps its way up the back of your head, behind your ears, over tops of your ears, into the inner folds of your ears, down past your temples, your jawline, cheekbones, nose. It's coming down and over the crown of your head, over your forehead, your brow, eyes, past the bridge of your nose, over your lips, your chin. And now this entire yellow light, this misty, confident, warm yellow light encircles your whole body. You're blanketed in this confident, radiating, self-loving light. Every muscle, every cell is wrapped in this warm, glowing light. And as you feel yourself wrapped in this glowing, warm light, you can feel yourself becoming more and more empowered. Now come back to the affirmation that we worked with earlier. Repeat it again into yourself as the present truth. Believe it as the present truth. Imagine what it would feel like as that is the present truth. Continue to hold that yellow light swirling around your body. Hold this moment and focus on really feeling the emotions in your body. Slowly, when you're ready, bring your awareness back to the moment, back to the vast space that surrounds you. And see if you can expand yourself and your breath wider into that space while still holding on to the yellow light. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And very slowly come back to the space that surrounds you. And as always, please take a moment to journal about that experience. And of course, if you would like to pause and journal for longer, or go back and play that again, to feel that again, the freedom to do that is yours. Okay, so last meditation that I want to talk about is on the insight timer. So I think we've talked about the insight timer before. I'm just going to pull it up on my phone really quick here. So it's called Insight Timer. Hold on, I'll see if I can show this to you. The app is like got this little sound bowl. It's right there. That one. Anyways, that's the Insight Timer. I love this one. So anyways, what I was looking for, you can go to the search function and search Joshua. It's in your booklet. Stoddard, Stoddard, solar plexus. Okay, so he's got, did I spell that wrong? Oh, yeah, okay, there it is. So it's only 5 minutes long, but what it is it's sound healing, set to a certain vibrational sound. So he likely uses like crystal bowls or like copper bowls or whatever they use for sound healing. Um, yeah, sound bowls basically. So it is to help clear your solar plexus chakra. He has one for every chakra, I believe. But yeah, so what it is just sound. Let me see if I can get it going for you guys. So it's a 5 minute meditation on the Insight Timer with just these sounds. So it is said that these sounds are very healing to your solar plexus chakra as far as sound healing goes. So I'll encourage you to look at that because I meditated to it yesterday and today, and I found it really beautiful. I wish it was a little bit longer than 5 minutes because usually for me anyways, when there's music, really chill music like this, I can like drop in pretty quickly. And then I want to stay there for longer. So yeah, I wish there was a way to put it on repeater that it was longer. But anyways, this is it. I'm sure you could probably go on YouTube and look at like solar plexus sound healing or something like that and find something longer. But anyways, that's that. I really like it. And then, okay, lastly, so this is going to be a little bit of a struggle to do on video because how am I going to show you guys the postures? Actually, what I'm going to do, I'll talk about them, but I think there's probably only two that I would recommend for either of you to do anyways, just kind of knowing the quote unquote skill level, for lack of a better term, of yoga postures. So, my so basically what it is it's anything that is kind of like focusing like a sort of anchoring on that area of your body. Okay, so plank pose, we've all done plank pose. You guys have done it with me. It's like when you're up on your arms. So we know regular exercise plank pose is like down on your elbows or your forearms. Yoga plank pose is when you're up on your hands and your body is like in a like a line like this. Okay, so here's your head, hands, feet. So plank is a fantastic pose in a lot of ways, but it can be really hard on your wrists. So you can also do it from your knees. If you want something a little bit more sort of like fiery uppy, like good word calling fires up your core, would be plank or plank from your knees. Okay, bow pose. Even if you guys were with me in person, I would not be demoing this for you because I find it really difficult, but I'll use my hand as another example. So imagine that this is your body and this is your tummy. Okay, hold it up. Okay. This is your body. This is your tummy. Your head is here. Your feet are here. You're like reaching back for them. I'll attach a picture of bow pose in the email. It's just way easier than me trying to use my hand. And then child's pose, I think that we have all done on multiple occasions together. But basically, if you're from your hands and knees, what you'll do is take your knees wide of your mat, touch your two big toes together. The tops of your feet should be facing down and touching the mat, okay? So if you want to take my direction as if you're in a yoga class, come to all fours, come to your hands and knees. Take your two knees wide out of your mat. Touch your two big toes together. Begin to walk your seat back towards your heels and your chest down towards the floor. Your chest and your chin down towards the floor, which usually means that you need to walk your hands out in front of you. I think this is a really good pose for solar chakra because you could essentially be using this pose and listening to this sound healing at the same time, or repeating your affirmation or something along those lines. And then last, it's like everybody's favorite yoga pose, Shavasana, or also known as Shavasana, or also known as corpse pose, dead body pose, lots of things. So literally you're just laying in your supine position, right? So you're just on your back, arms out. Ideally, your shoulder blades are gathered together on your back a little bit. You can let your feet kind of like flail or splay away from each other. Um, and your palms facing the ceiling. And Shavasana is yeah, a great pose. Again, my only caution in using Shavasana is not to fall asleep. So get a timer and maybe don't do it too close to bedtime. And again, this is a great place for you to use your mudra on top of your chakra or place your crystals there, etc. Um, yeah, so as always, I would like to encourage you to pick one mantra that we talked about today, one affirmation that we talked about today, and one yoga pose that we talked about today. And work with those over the next week to try and cultivate some healing or opening of your solar plexus chakra. I would encourage you to incorporate some form of daily routine associated with this. Again, ideally morning or you know what, do what works for you. If morning works, then great. I mean, especially given this is like the yellow chakra, then like getting up in the morning with the sun, even though it's like you're going to be surrounded in white light from all the snow. But yeah, so work with those things. Choose a mantra, choose a sankalpa, an affirmation, and choose a yoga posture to work with. And take like 10 minutes in the morning, take like 5 minutes with the yoga pose and 5 minutes with the meditation. That's all I'm asking of you. If you want it to do it longer, then do it longer. But this is your little bit of homework. And of course, journal about it. Journal about your experience and how it changes from day to day, possibly. Those things can be really eye-opening to look back at a later point in time, or even like at the end of this 1 week, like looking back next Thursday morning at what you feel has changed. Anyways, so thank you guys for allowing me this really cool opportunity to teach you virtually instead of in person. I'm glad that we were able to still have some form of practice together tonight. Um, and I actually had a lot of fun doing this, so it's really cool that it has allowed me the ability to see a different side of teaching. So thank you both for allowing that of me. And let's hope that we can be together in person next week. And if you have any questions about this, please, text me, email me, phone me, Facebook me, whatever you want to do, whatever works for you. And thank you for coming tonight. Namaste.